All right. It appears we are live. Welcome again, everybody. I'm going to start out with the business stuff first. Today is the last day of the current iStencil sale. Today is June 7th, 2020. For those who might watch this 5 years from now and wonder why their coupon code's not working. But here's the particulars on the sale, iStencils.com. They have probably close to 4,000 designs at this point. And the coupon code SAVE25 gets you 25% off the entire iStencil site, no matter the designer, the quantity. If you want to buy one, you get 25 off. If you want to buy 100, you get 25 off. You get a free stencil with your order. And somewhere, I don't have the stencil, but this pink heart is the design. It's a faceted heart. I'll show you the stencil in a bit. And if you're in the US and you spend $50, you get free shipping, which is always their standard policy. So last day of the sale is today, midnight Eastern. So who we got here? Gina, hi, welcome. Hi, Allie. Front door. Gosh, I forget your name. I'm so sorry. Hey, Jackie. So here's some prints from yesterday. This one's on onion skin. Those are actually 3 of my stencils layered up, which is hard to explain now, but you can go back yesterday's video and see what I did. Love that one. Here's my surfboard stencil that I did a cleanup print through. This is an iStencil brand. This is a badass stencil, another badass stencil, another badass stencil. I think we can agree the badass stencils are badass. Here's another one called Eden. Another one of my surfboards. I like to cut these up and leave a little black border around there, which I did yesterday to show you how I would use that on a collage. It just gives it a little border. Love that. I use that one probably more than anything. This is one of Joan's. So Joan Smithies, you'll see her in chat. She's one of my mods. Hey, Jim. I know. Who gets up this early? Oh, bless your heart. Hey, Shirley, Janine, neighbor Jean, Diane, Libby, Pat, Judy. Hey, Helen. Hey, April. This one is Joan Smithies. You'll see her in chat. She's one of my mods. She has a line of stencils as well on iStencils, and you'll find hers under my Patti Tolley Parrish heading. And they're JS numbers, but you'll see them. They're distinctly in there. This one's called Lacey Lattice. This one's really cool. This one I think is still called Freebie. It was a free exclusive for one of my sales, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. And it was so popular, people wanted it so bad, we actually put it in the full line. Very 3D. This was kind of a cleanup with this white that you see is the outline of the Badass Enchanting stencil. This was just a cleanup that kind of went awry, but you know. This is what I call a patina print of my pictographs that I did. And this was clean. Well, you can see the Eden iStencil, Badass in the background maybe. And then this is a stencil called Techno Spheres. I think this is the most popular this time. Hey, Sandra. This is the most popular one, I think, this time. People have asked to see it over and over again. I'll show you again today. Actually, here's the stencil. It's a badass stencil. And we took the solid circle in black is what I did here. And then I overlaid it with bronze. Paint through it, and then got those circles. And in person, they look like they're standing up off of the print. They look 3D for reals. This was just a cleanup of one of the badass stencils. And now we hit bottom. Okay. So since today is the last day, if anyone has any requests that they want to see a certain stencil, I'm turning on my fan, a certain stencil with a certain color overlaid with a certain design, now's the time to let me know. So I'm going to pull this. Oh, here we go. Timber. to make some possible washi tape out of. It's got tons of layers in there. Right, so I'll make some tape out of that at some point in the future. And let's get her going. Who else is here? Jim. It's SAVE25, Jim. SAVE25. Let me put this down here. It ends up getting covered in about 3 minutes, but we'll try. Let me see who else is in chat. Kathy. Hey, there's Joan. Hey, Eileen. Claudia. I know. I'm addicted to metallics too. I like a little shimmy shim. I got to tell you. All right. Let's roll. So I'm just going to keep plowing through as you do. But I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? What am I going to do? I had some other iStencil designs out here last time. I don't know what the hell we were doing. I had them out here, but I did. Let me pull some of these out and let's play with some of these. Here's my little blot off color. And then don't let me forget, Eileen, I'm going to put it on you. You seem to have the best memory. Well, better than me. I don't know about everybody else. I'm going to take some of these little badass minis, they call them BAMs, and put little pops of color over top of some of the prints that we did to show you how to add another layer, not necessarily on the jelly plate, although you can. Did I miss anybody coming in? All right, let's carry on. This was, this is an iStencil brand. Now, I will tell you that this one is a little tricky to use. See how it's, because of the design, how loosey-goosey it is there and kind of falls down. So you got to be careful when you place it. I try to hold it like this and then drop it last minute. Oh, look how pretty the stencil is. But I love that print. It's very tribal. And it's an iStencil brand. So it's not named, it's numbered. Here's the number. You can see that. 36-00121. So let's throw some goodness down on this bad boy, shall we? I'm going to go to my new default. These are Jacquard Luminaires. They're fabric paint. And I've had these for many, many moons. And they came to me laying in bed trying to go to sleep the other night. Like, hey, I got all those metallic fabric paints. How will they work on the jelly plate? The answer is fabulous. Fabulous. Let's see. Hey, Paula. Distress crayons. Eileen, I got to laugh every time I see that because I believe you poo-pooed those pretty good, my friend. When they first came out, who needs this crap? Oh, bless your heart. I'm going to throw a little. No, you know what? Let's go more translucent. This is Fallow Turquoise of Golden's Fluid. Let's just see what happens. I've been doing really weird color combinations and just to see what happens. Some have not been great, but some are pretty cool. Like this one's Beauty-Miss on the plate. Let's see if I lost a lot of that metallic from the, let's see, these are the iStencil brand. You can get them in all different, now you think you like them? It pulled great, Kathy. So it goes on like butter. It was really nice. So the iStencils brand, when you go to order those, pay attention because most of them give you a variety of sizes that you can order. Now I order the 11 by 11 because most of the time I use my 8x10 jelly plate. However, you can see that the 11x11 runs this design a little bit off the edge of the plate here, which, I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. If you wanted the whole design, you could use a bigger plate or order a smaller stencil. But I love that tribal. Oh, look at that color combination. Hello, lover. I'm glad I went with that translucent turquoise with that shimmery paint. Yes, we'll do something else with you. And now I have this yumminess underneath of there. But you see how I laid that one down, because this one, so as to not interfere with the design, it doesn't have connecting little bridges here, they call them, to keep that solid, because it would interfere with the design. So, all right, look at this yumminess. This one, I love this stencil. As you can see, it's got layers and layers of paint on it. And this is by Alex Hansen. He's a designer at iStencils, so he'll have a separate category, Alex Hansen. And this is called a Space Skin number 7. Alex, where are you? Hello? Shaky hands. Space Skin number 7. You don't need that number. You just need Space Skin number 7. But this looks to me like a slinky when you print it. I'm reading Jackie's comment. Hey, Mika. Hey, Teresa. Jackie, are you talking about the Jacquard paints? They are lovely. This is the pink. No, sorry. This is metallic russet. Let's put a little of this down. Oh, I wonder what that's going to look like with this. We're about to find out. Excuse me. Where's that pink halo gold? This is a pink halo gold. You can see it's kind of a shifting color. You can see different. Well, can you see it? I can see it. You can see different colors in there. That's what the halo colors are. Oh, hey, yeah, I had a slinky. Can't tell you how many times they run those bad boys up and down the steps. Let me put this over here so it gets mixed in with my washi tape if I use it for that. Who came in? Hey, Gray. Gray like Gray. Hey, Kathy. All right, let's see. This might be a really pretty combination with that turquoisey background and then the orangey colors over it. Let's see. We're about to find out. And see these, the stencil itself is 8x10. That perfectly fits on the jelly plate. So the design is considerably smaller, but you know, it doesn't matter the size. You can use them for whatever you want to use them for, however you want to use them. You can see when Paula, those of you who watch Paula, when she uses her big plater, 12x14, she'll put a couple stencils on it, sometimes 2 or 3, to cover it up and then print it off on excess paper if it doesn't fit the paper she's printing. So I've been hooked on using this black paper a lot with these metallics because I like the way where the stencil blocks the paint. It comes through the design as black because the paper's black. Oh, I missed a little bit there. Slinky, Slinky. What a wonderful toy. I forget the jingle. But you get it. It's kind of a cool 3D thingy going on there. So now I got another cool 3D thingy right there. I probably should stop saying that. Eileen, Are you being a smart ass right off the bat? Gail is not here to keep score, I don't think. Hey, God bless us. I wonder if this will fit on my plate. Yeah, they have a lot of stencils like this on iStencil that just have Japanese script for words that are kind of motivational words. This one's called Dream. And it's 890007. Hello. So another tip that I always tell you guys, trust me, is to, when you're shopping on iStencils, put everything you like in your cart. Remove it later if you don't want to buy it. That's all easy to do. But it's easier than having to go back through almost 4,000 stencils and find the one that you liked, especially the ones that are numbered. The ones that you know are mine, you know they're going to be drilled down to at least my section, right? But the ones that are not and are only numbered, they are not fun to try to find again, trust me. Hey, Virginia, welcome back. I'm just going to put some bronze down here. We'll see if any of that other metallics decides to make it show itself and in this design. I'm going to try to get it close to this side. So oh, it does fit. Groovy. I'm going to do that on black. Hey, Jim, have you used any of the lampwork stuff that you stocked up with? Oh, that's right. You know what? On the new one, Allie, you were right. They do have a wish list out there now. You can do that. I always just got a habit of throwing it in the cart and then saving it afterwards. Like I was interested enough in it to put it in my cart. So, oh, you're right, Gray. It's going to be backwards. Close, but no cigar. Hey, Linda. So pretend I did this correctly. Which you have to do so many times when you're here. I'm talking too much and looking at everything else except for what I'm doing. So it's backwards, although still pretty cool. Murd. Yes, it's backwards, but I love that print. That would be a cool background to start out with on a journal page if you did it the right way. But you know, this is why I screw up intentionally, so you guys know not to do it. Yeah, that's it. Let's go with that. Let's go with that, shall we? I think that's a great idea. All right, here's an old one of mine. I just pulled out a stack of stencils. I'm just plowing through them. So this is one of the 8-inch rounds that I did when the 8-inch round jelly plate came out. It's called Teardrop Large. So it's going to pick up a lot of this bronze. Let's sneak peek. That's what's there to be picked up, the bronze and the turquoise. So in keeping with that, let's do you know what? This doesn't seem right, but I'm going to use this. I used to use this color. Oh, cool. I know, Jim, there's like too many things to do and play with and not enough hours. Dave's doing great. Thank you. Yep, we're hanging there. All good, thank God. This color I used to use a lot, and it's one of my favorite canvases that I've done. It's hanging upstairs. It's mostly this color, and this is a Jo Sonja background color. It's a chroma color called Raindrop. Out, duck. Chroma's Jo Sonja background. Raindrop, if you can see that. And I just love it. It's a very light grayish turquoise, a little more on the true robin's egg color than gray. So if you lay this just right, the whole design's on the plate easily. The edges hang off, but there's no design there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's do this on Deli. Hey, Dot. Do the print on something super thin and then collage it the other way. Yeah, you could do that, or just flip. What I do is just flip the stencil over and print it backwards, which I remember to do when I use my pictographs, although they look cool either way. I know how I drew them, so to me there's a front and a back, a right and a wrong way to them. So you'll see me usually lay that down backwards, but you probably don't know. Hey, Ann. Okay, so those of you who are just coming in, today's the last day of the iStencil sale. The coupon code is SAVE25. You get a free stencil at $50 orders, and if you're in the US, free shipping. It's good for the entire site. And it ends tonight, June 7th, 2020 at midnight Eastern. Oh, look at you. Hello, lover. Look how that pulled up all those yummy, shiny bits. You can't hate that, people. You can try, but I promise you, you can't. So now I got some of that goodness there. And before it gets too dry, I'm going to try to pull that off on Deli. Get off. Got a wrinkle. I know, the colors came out really nice. Every once in a while we hit it. Hey, Jan. Every once in a while we hit it good. Hey, Helen. Let's see if that comes off. Yeah, most of it. A little patchy, but we can print something over that. And now I have a little shadow of that on there for some more goodness. All right, let's keep digging. Digging deeper. I have a, hang on, you know what? I have a whole, where the heck did I put it? Well, it was just here the other day. I got to stop cleaning and organizing because I get stuff so screwed up on where the hell I put it. There you are. Got it. Hang on. Okay. Coming back from the dark side. My brother's on his way over to pick up our mom and take her over to her house for the day. She was homesick, and he volunteered to come and get her and bring her back tonight because it's pretty much, it'll be longer for him. But when I do that, it's 2 hours of driving. Half an hour to get her there, half an hour to come back home, get a few hours of stuff done, then a half an hour to go back, and another half an hour to bring her home. So he's giving me a break. Hey, Brenda. Today, Amanda, welcome. In the UK. CB. So he's He should be here soon. I told him to pop down and say hi quick before he leaves. Not those. Here's some other. You know what? I'm just going to sit this over here and just randomly pull stencils out of there and print those bad boys. How about that? Feather through here and look for some of my faves. I always like this one. Oh, I love this one. I see some old favorites. Oh my, too many stencils. Is there such a thing? I'm not sure. I don't think it is. The brick one, I'll print that one. This one, Jackie. This is a repeatable iStencil. See where for those of you who don't know, see where the line is kind of etched there around the edge? You can print this on a wall, on fabric, whatever, and then line it back up again on the edge where this, you have the guides around each edge, depending on how you want to line it up, and then repeat it to make it look like it's one big pattern. Hey, Carla. Oh, thank you. Patty left us hanging, literally. Well, how did I leave you hanging? You are swinging on a branch. I'm swinging on a branch. What the hell happened when I was gone? I don't know what you people are talking about. We're going for a ride. Oh, did I hit the camera? Yeah, see, it's a little cockeyed. Don't write me down for that one, Gayla. My camera hangs from the ceiling on a monopod. So it literally is a pendulum waiting to happen. I try to keep the cord jacked up out of my way so I don't mistakenly plow into it, which apparently I did. Oh, I bet it was. If I didn't see it to catch it, you guys, you're welcome. No extra charge for the free ride. Okay, let's start with this one. And since we're going to call it bricks, let's make some bricky colors. Brickety bricky brick colors. Let's see. Let's do a tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to move this because I need to wipe my palette knife off up here. But here you go. SAVE25 is a coupon. I'll bring it back now and then. So let's make it like an ombre gradient kind of a deal. So we'll start out with that. That one's metallic russet. This one's bronze. Usually I notice that because see, I was in such deep concentration for you guys. I didn't even notice the little swaying going on there. Your eyes are still crossed. Have a drink, Judy. That'll straighten you out. Hey, Nana. Apparently you just missed a little roller coaster ride. I'll come back and show it to you, Jackie. And this one is old brass. $27. Oh shit! I hit it again. Ooh, ooh, and I said shit twice. 27. Hello, 00095. All right, so let's try to do a little ombre number here. Kind of spread that out towards the edge. Let's pick up the whatever that one was. Bring it up through there. And let's go down here with this one. And let's see what happens. And this one is 11 by 11, but the design is just shy of the plate. So you might want to order one bigger, Jackie. This would probably work on your, for sure, work on your 5 by 7 plates. But if you wanted it to cover the every little bit of the 8.5 by 11, you might want to go up to the next size, but it doesn't matter to me. Hey, Christine. Okay, motion alert from garage camera. Oh, I thought that was my brother getting here. It's a bee crawling on the camera. Oh. Hey, Brooke. Welcome. Ew. There you go. That's pretty. Pretty. Yeah, if you guys have any of these old Jacquard luminaires laying around, pull those bad boys out. Especially the metallics. Those are your colors, CB. This one's cool. I like this one. And this one's another one that's kind of loosey-goosey. See the bits of it hanging out there so it doesn't interfere with the design. You just got to be careful of how you lay it on your plate and how you store it, because there's a lot of little pointy bits to get tangled there. So you just got to be careful. I've never destroyed one of these except for when I tried to, and I didn't really destroy it, but I did tear part of the stencil. I was able to fix when you cut off those little bits, like how these were framed in a bigger piece of Mylar and have those little tabs around it. Don't rip them. This one is 36000025. And I like that one. And we're going to go bronze and maybe pick up some of that underneath of it. Oh, or did I want to do, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this and a little of this. This is the Halo Blue Gold. Look at all those yummy colors in there. Eileen, do you have these? You have to have these. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Hold the phone. Baby wipe. Got a little very pretty colored paint booger all over my fingers. All right. Let's throw a little bit of this in the mix. Sure, warehouse. No kidding. All right, this one's 11 by 11. So you can see where the stencil doesn't all fit on the plate from previous pulls. Oops, hello, what's happening? Lord. Let's do that on black. God, glad I got more of this black paper. Have you ever used them on your jelly plate? Oh, wait a minute. Eileen, are you the one that doesn't use her jelly plate? Hey, Amanda. You do. Hours and hours of fun, creativity, mindless play. Sky's the limit. And, you know, you don't have to buy a ton of stencils to use your jelly plate. You can use any kind of household item for textures. Bubble wrap, the mesh that some vegetables come packed in, like tangerines, those little what are those called? Those little tangerine-like things. Garlic bulbs, if you buy them in bulk. 3 times. Come on, Eileen. Drag a fork or any kind of comb through the paint. Leaves, threads, lids of different shaped containers. The bottom of a flip-flop. Your rubber stamps. There's nothing you can't drag through the paint on the jelly plate. You don't have to have stencils to do it. Ooh, look at you. Look at you. Now we got that loveliness. Oh, you know what? Pretty soon there's going to be time for a surfboard pull. I'm telling you. Oh, what's this one? Jackie, you might like this one too. This one is 2700053. Excuse me. Let's throw some of this. It looks kind of animalish. Kind of zebra. Not too fine for zebra. Not quite tiger. Maybe it's waves. I don't know. Let's throw a little bit of this down. And for contrast, let's put in something crazy. Do I want to put black in? Why? Let's not ask the question if you're not going to follow through. And I just kind of twist the brayer around and get that kind of mixed up a little bit. Boop. Let's see, can I pull that on top of the thing? I wonder what it would look like over top of that. Do I want to do that? Don't ask the question if you're not willing to follow through. Hey, Shauna. Are you guys talking about the Lindsay squirts? They're a little thicker, right, Eileen? They're the ones with the little screw cap with this kind of a cap on it. It's not a spray. Is that right? I have a few of those, actually. Somewhere safe. Oh. Oh, that was a pretty color combination on those. If you can now visually separate one stencil from the other, you can see the, hello. That's cool. Mama likey. Oh, look at that. Now, do I want to pull that? Let me cheat. Oh, look at that. Patty, how was this? It was good, Z, but I think I'm going to try it next time. It seemed like it was like it left a little bit of a different kind of sheen on my plate. I'm going to pull out my old plate and use it again later. Somebody remind me. So I think, let's see. What color do I want to put over that to pull it? Because I want to pull it on black, even though there's a lot of black in this color. So I can get my black edge when I cut out my surfboards. I'm stalling to let that dry a little bit. What color? maybe I'll do a, oh, let's just do it. All right, let's see. It's still a little damp. I'm going to, what is the SP? What is the SP? Was that for me? Because I'm not sure. What is the SP? I'm drawing a blank, Kathy. I'm not that smart. Cool gun. Eileen. Hey, when are you going to send me that other stamp? That was a really cool one. I like that spiral. I'm assuming that spiral structural piece of that design was the stamp, not just the little filigree things at the top and bottom. So we're going to go PBO. That's where we're going, right there. This is the green blue. It does magical things when you put it over black. And the paper is going to be black. All right. Here we go. Oh, no, surfboards. Sweet Moses. Did you see that? I almost hosed myself up. Now I got to find my surfboards. Oh, no. Here they are. Telling you, I let Eileen distract me. We're hosed. I'm going to flip this over so I don't have that schmutz on it. That was sarcasm, Brenda. Trust me. She'll never suggest pink and be serious. I think she was attacked by a flamingo in Boca when she was a child. I think that's her aversion to pink. Trying to get the old thumb knuckle in each one of these surfboards to get a good cleanup lift. What are you guys talking? Oh, for the jelly plate. You guys remember when I was doing fabric on the jelly plate and then trying to sew pencil pouches? I think Joan was scarred for life over that one. Whoa. Okay. So maybe not the way to go with that really electric pop of blue. I like it, but it's kind of like, in your face. But that came out really blue on that black paper. Interesting. Not my favorite. I got a lot more surfboard pulls that were. You know what I should have used? The raindrop. I was trying to ask, what is the dragon spit supposed? Oh, dragon spit is it's a gel stain. Not intended for the jelly plate, but I thought I'd try it on there. You can use it on wood surfaces, redoing furniture, all kind of stuff. You should look on YouTube. They have a gazillion ideas and uses for it. Judy, did you see that one? Ah! Oh, God. I love flamingos. Jamie, hey, how are you? So, all right, let's carry on in the endless stencil bin. Oh, here's a different kind of badass design. There's another one. They have all sorts of badass designs. She's got all kind of categories if you really look at it. Here's another one that looks like a palette. or a big paisley. No, this is the paisley one. There is one that looks like an artist palette. Jackie, you might like this one too. Here's an interesting one. Okay, let's try something else. Now, little bits of this are going to pull up. So keeping that in mind, let's do, oh. I think my brother's here. Yep. So let's do, for contrast, let's do a little bit of this halo pink gold. We'll do oh, Jesus! You sneak up on me like Dave. Good God. Hey, Skip, grab that little black cooler at the top of the step for Mom. Yeah, up in the living room. Like when you get to the top of those steps, there's a little black cooler sitting on that wall. Take that with her. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Love you. Thanks. Be careful. Good God. I looked up and there's 6'4" of them standing in front of me. Like, Jesus, why? I guess he was quiet because he didn't want to interrupt me knowing I was streaming. But for the love of God, let's throw a little bronze in with this. Justin. Well, that was maybe a happy accident. I don't like to consider myself a genius. There'd be too many people here to dispute it. Oh, you know what? Let's do just one little drop or two of black. Let's see what happens. Could be a mess, which sometimes are the best. And we got too much paint. So Gina, what I was mentioning on Paula's last night is that a lot of people make the mistake of too much paint. You will witness that here firsthand. Oh my gosh. This is another iStencil. 2700003. And it's a repeatable. So let's do that. This kind of reminds me of my Iron Gate-ish. Not exactly, but ish. Oh, people hate them. Are they a menace or why do they hate them? They're so pretty. When I went to Disney, well, it was in 2000. It was 20 years ago. I could just sit there and watch them. They're such a pretty corally pink and just look so graceful. A lot of people will too, Eileen, though, to be fair. Justin, that's the first time I've seen you in chat. Welcome, my friend. We're having, I don't know if you're an artist, we're having an iStencil sale. If you need the particulars, let me know and I'll show you the sheet for the coupon code if you're a stencil user. Oh, interesting. I could see, well, I can't do it on deli. I don't think deli will watercut like I like to do. But if I put this on the right kind of paper and watercut little strips of this for collage, how cool would that look? I might try that later. Meantime, we got that layer of yummy. Oops. So anybody wants to see anything in particular, let me know. Pink because they eat your shrimp. Yeah, I do remember that now. Here's another iStencil. Z, you might like that one, or you've probably seen it before with the waves on the top and then this kind of a look on the bottom. They look like a bunch of little mermaid bodies lined up. Actually, they do. What's it called? Oh, Lord, there's Babe barking at my brother. Flow. This one's called Flow. This one, I always like printing this one. It's kind of, oh, wait a minute. Is this, I don't know. This might not be on iStencils. I better skip that one. I don't think that one's an iStencil. I think it got mushed up in the mix. Here's another Alex Hansen. All right, you can see the 3D-ish on that one. A lot of his are fairly similar with, you know, just different angles to them. Like here's another one. This one's a very cool tribal mark, but that's considerably bigger. I think I used to print this. Well, you can say I printed it this way to try to get most of it on there. And I still miss little bits. It's the wrong size for this plate if you want the whole design. Patty, our head is getting bigger today and messing up the camera. Did I bump it again? I'm looking away from my desk. I'm not even looking this way. I'm that way, rolled away from my desk. What the hell? Maybe my fan's blowing it. Ah! Oh, yeah, that's not an iStencil. That's another tattoo brand that I got. Here's a cool one. If you like Splats, that's a badass. Badass, called Drips and Splats. We should get that and send it to Jean. Here's another crackle one that's badass. All around the edges. You got different kind of shapes and stuff. I'm digging deep in here, kids, so give me a moment. Oh, I like this one. This makes cool borders. I can see some of these in gold foil, Jackie. This little bit down the side. All right, let's do something here. Make a mess. iStencil, like online, internet, for the website. Yeah, I know. That's really clever to use the edges as a different design too. I agree. Okay, where are we? What are we doing? Let's do this one. What is this called? Reptiliana. Reptiliana. You got to give me easier words. Okay. Well, let's do olive. And see if it picks up some of this brownie bronze underneath. Look like a gator. Patty, show your sheet with the sale price. Okay, I will do that. And this one has, oh look, it looks like teeth on the edges. I will do that. Thanks, Z. Here you go, iStencils.com. Coupon is SAVE25 for 25% off the entire site, which is close to 4,000 designs. Any designer, any quantity. If you want one, 25 off. If you buy one of each, 25 off. Don't do that. Sale ends today, June 7th, 2020 at midnight Eastern, and you get a free stencil with orders over 50, and if you're in the US, free domestic shipping, which is always their policy for shipping orders over 50. I did say badass. That's actually the name of the stencils. They are badass designs. I don't make this stuff up. I can't believe how, well, I love metallics on the black anyway, but all the years I did jelly printing and didn't have the black paper for some of them. You don't need it. You could print one, you could take a piece of deli or white paper and just put a thin layer of black paint on your plate, lift it up for a background, and then, you know, do metallics on top of that. But it's just handier having the black paper. And you get a more consistent color, blah, blah, blah. You know. Okay, so I let the paint dry too much. My fan's on, and look what happened. So we're going to have to call a redo on that one. Running my yap. Probably Eileen's fault. Let me turn my fan off. I'm cool enough now. Bad demo. Now I'm going to mix a little bronze in with that. Just a little bit to break it up. All right, a little less yakking and a little more printing. Let's have another go at that, shall we? So remind me, I want to get out my old plate and pull something with Unicorn Spit. And Unicorn Spit has a ton of colors, and they've got a line of metallics. But for some reason, I just tried this. Well, I know why. It's turquoise. But I didn't try the metallic. I just got the regular old flat turquoise. I know, Justin, there's close to 4,000. So Joan Smithy's one of my mods. You'll see her name in blue in chat. She also is a designer for iStencils, and you'll see her stencils under my Patti Tolley Parrish heading. That's why I say when you see them, see one you like, either put it on your wish list or put it in your cart, which you can remove later. Because going back to find it again, not a lot of fun. Hey, gal. That's better. Oh, look at the little snake skin. There you go. Alrighty. Let's have a peek. Let's do this one. I'm going to pull this in black and hope that it does a cleanup of some of those green gold colors underneath of it. And then that'll give me some black on the plate, which makes for interesting cleanup pulls. This is Badass Optique, it's called. I think that might be under the full size designs. I think. I'm going to use deli because some of these holes are small, and I want to get down in there and try to get all those hit pretty good contact with the paint. And these, I think you could take that Techno Sphere and put a plain black circle down and come back and pounce gold over that, or bronze, or whatever. White, doesn't matter. Contrasting color is what I'm trying to say. Trying to just give these another little zhuzh. So hopefully it pulls up the layers. The holes are small, so that makes it a little trickier. You just got to give it a little more elbow grease and hope for the best. Oh, look. So that would make a cool little border on something, right? And it kind of picked it up everywhere. I did get it, so that's cool. There we go. Groovy. So now we got all this yumminess down here. Let's try to whip a patina print on this one. Just a name I made up from many moons ago. And I'm going to use PBOs, a little bit of blue-green, and a little bit of green-yellow. And then a little mishmash here on the plate. Clean my brayer and then lift off the excess. So you start to see the design underneath of it a little clearer. And this gives you a better chance of pulling everything up instead of just the layer I'm brayering off now. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm going to do this on deli. I did get it, Jackie. Thank you for that one. Yeah, next time I stream, I'm going to be playing with that. I had to concentrate on my commitment to the iStencil sale this weekend. But after this, I'm going to be doing it. Christine, did you hit your refresh button? And make sure the live button is red at the bottom left of your window that you're watching me on. That's odd to have that much of a lag. Also, look at the gear and see what setting you're viewing me on, what the resolution is. What's going to be awkward with me using the Mink is I don't have the ability to set it adjacent to my work area. It's going to have to be, I have it over my gigantic flat files, which is just a little shimmy to the left behind my desk. Yeah, right, Jackie? That's what I thought. I like those little bits in there. All right, let's see what we got. I'm zhuzhing it and pushing it a little bit more because I want it to try to clean the plate and get all the goodness, which I got most of it. Well, again, not what was in my head, but pretty cool for mysterious background. Got animal print. I got like computer-ish looking little bits. And crusty bits pulled off the edge of my plate even. Again, not what was in my head. It's okay. It's scary in there anyway. Here's another badass called Gears. It's steampunk. Hang on. Right. Oh, this one's pretty. I like this one. This is another repeatable 050001. And then we're going to switch, and I'm going to start showing some of Joan's designs after this. And then get to some more KPs if time allows. What time is 12? So I've been on here an hour. We're good for a while. We'd be good for a while. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. A little bit of phthalo turquoise from Goldens. It's transparent and lovely. Let's do a little halo blue gold. Oh, there's where those boogers are coming from. They're getting me really schmutzed up. My next stop's the shower anyway, so it's not too bad of a deal. I didn't quite get in there this morning. And just for giggles, let's get a little bronze down there. Just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Oh, I probably should have done like an ombre with this pattern. So this one is an 11 by 11 again. It's not going to fit perfectly on the plate, but I'm going to shift it so I get 2 rows of the whole design anyway. I'm just going to print it on the back of this. This one's pretty. Hey, Judy. Okay, Helen, no worries. Thanks for joining. We are getting crabs today, Joan. We finally found a place that had some. And Dave's going to go over at 5 o'clock and pick them up. And we could only get mediums. They were out of the larges already. And I called at 9:30 before they opened. You can't call an order the day before because they don't know what the boats are going to bring them in the morning. So we'll take what we can get at this point. I haven't had any this year, which is not right. Joan's from the UK, but she's had steamed crabs with us a few times when she's been over. I think almost every trip, haven't you, Joan? Ooh, look at you. I really like that pattern. Now we have that pattern there in reverse. Okay, let's move. I want to keep this out. Oh my gosh, I really need another stencil storage solution. Honestly. Here's the freebie. This is the free stencil. It's a faceted heart. I'm going to print this one again. This is one of KP's that everybody liked that saw it the first time. I should show you that one again. Oh my goodness. Joan, I have a few years here that are clean. That means I didn't print them yet. How can that be? Ah. I like these of Joan's too. And this one. All right. Get out of there. Okay, got a little stash going here. And I don't mean mustache. Yesterday, we had pedicures on the deck. My my regular girl, who is awesome, at the salon I used to go to, they're still closed. Long story. they were doing her wrong and sneaking in and taking customers, moved her license and her stuff off of her table. I think they're just jealous because she's got a lot of her own customers that followed her there. I don't know what the reason is. Who knows? Anyway, she's doing house calls and getting set up to have her own place at home. So she came here yesterday and we had pedicures on the deck. Yeah, we don't do we don't boil crabs here, Justin. We steam them with Old Bay and steam them in beer. Usually that's how we steam them, in beer. Oh, Florida stone crabs. I love those. That resort where we were, Eileen, we used to get trays of them brought in for different events and stuff. Oh my God, they're so good. You're putting paper on top of a wet jelly. You're putting paper on top of the wet jelly. It was so pretty. Here, it didn't stick. It's already dried. We're good. So let's mishmash some PBO. And let's try some of this fallow turquoise. A little teeny tiny bit. And what else do I want to put in there? Maybe that's all. Mix them up a little bit. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to print this on jelly instead of black. I was going to make them pop on black. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to hold this and use this one for something else. And I'm going to use this. I can do, because the transparency won't matter here. This is one of Joan's. And what is it called? Variations. They can be clipped apart to use separately or left as one. I'll just print them like this for now. And I'm going to put these on deli. And these, Joan's, one of those UKers, you know, she does A4 things. So it's a little bit bigger than my 8x10 plate. But if you use them separately, not a problem. Or you can just print them on a larger plate. Print part of them. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Black flash will be good with those color. Oh, yeah. So are they small? Do you mean the crabs, Christine? Or are we talking about stencils? A4 weirdos. Oh, nice gray. Oh, look how that pulled. With those colors, that's that grid in the background of that previous stencil. So you can see the variety of the little pops of colors. And now we got that loveliness waiting for me. See, Jackie, thanks for joining. Hope I didn't expand your list too badly. All right, what do we want to pull with this? Let's pull. Let's throw a little bronze on there. And a little bit of this. What is it? Chocolate brown metallic. Had a stone crab claw once, the Bahamas. Yep, that's the way it works. They grow their claws back. So they just break the claws off and cook those. And the crab, the stone crab, goes back into the sea to make new claws. All crabs regrow their appendages, I believe. A lot of blue crabs lose their claws, you know, fighting over food, different reasons. And they grow back. Sometimes when you get one steamed, you'll see one with a little tiny claw and a big claw. That stencil will work well on the small rat. It would be perfect for that, actually. And I happen to have it right here. So you can see that those designs would fit perfectly on there. Good idea. Just happen to have it handy. My grandfather was a commercial crabber here in the Chesapeake way back when I was a little kid and before that. And I was raised on the water. My mom still has a waterfront. And stone crabs, you just take the claws. No, blue crabs, you eat the whole thing, except for some of the things under the shell that you shouldn't eat. Like their lungs, for instance. We call them devil's fingers, but other than that, everything else is edible in a blue crab. We used to crab all the time when we were kids, off our own pier. Throw them in a live box, fatten them up. Can't hate that. It's a whole lot of shimmer going on there, and clean my plate. Okay, so what I wanted to do. Oh, let's do this. Let's do them in metallics. Blue crabs are smaller. Stone crabs aren't all that big. If you're comparing them to an Alaskan king crab. Blue crabs have to be 5 inches point to point, which is about this much. That's how we used to measure them. For their shells pointed like this, 5 inches point to point to be legal, and then they're considered smalls. And you can get, you know, really nice ones are like 8 inches. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. I'm talking too much. We'll consider that the center layer. And I'll put a little silver here. And we'll put a little copper down here. I wanted the silver in the middle. Darn it. I'm not paying attention. I'm talking about crabs. Yeah, you can catch them with chicken. The more appropriate Baltimore thing is to use salted eels. Where you get them at a bait store, and they're eels that they catch. Chop them up and pack them in salt and let them dry up some and basically rot. Rotten stuff makes really good bait. And get a little gradient going there. Now we'll go with these, which is going to end up the same color family as what I did before. But it is what it is. I think that was a badass stencil. Which one? Which one, Deb? I missed a question. Is the stencil you did in black and gold kind of lacy? Oh, Lord. Black and gold. The one with the stripes down the stencil with the little scrolls coming out of them. Does Patti have the Wheel of Change stencil? That's one of Joan's, right? I think I do. Yep, chicken necks. I mean, I've seen people use hot dogs. You usually have to put a sinker on the line, though, because the hot dogs want to float. That silver dried up a little bit on me. But I love that stencil. That's KP's paper lanterns. A lace-like one. Did I use it today? Is it this one that you mean? Does Patty have the wheel of change? Let me grab that before I... Is that this one? Nope, Celtic Imagination. Oh, Lord. Now I don't know. Is that the wheel, the round one that I used yesterday, Joan? I thought that was called something else. Hang on. Hold on, I'm not looking at chat. I'm digging. Digging, digging, digging. And digging. Oh, I want to do this one too. Oh, these are a couple of KPs I had set aside I wanted to do. Ah, Lord have mercy. Is that, no, that's mine. Hang on. I literally have hundreds of stencils that I'm digging through. So I'm going to try a few more seconds here and then I have to do something else. Oh, come on. Oh, I think I see it. Is that it? If this isn't it, then I don't know what we got here. This is it. Ah, found that sucker. Here you go. Wheel of change. We'll print that again. Oh, come on, CB. I can see you with Old Bay up to your elbows digging in. They are a challenge to get to, but it's a delicacy when you do. I printed this the other day and it looked really cool, but I don't know what I used. So let's, I think, oh no. Nope, not wrong one. I think it had some blue gold in it. And I think it had a little bronze and a little black. A couple dabs of bronze. Ugh. A little blob of black. Let's see what happens. Oh, you know what I never did today? Let me try to find some blank places to stick a little gold foil. Leaf, rather. Down there. You can find the blank spaces on the plate. The leaf will just stick to it. I like to use it on this carrier sheet. If you use the flakes, it's really tricky because some of those flakes are layers and layers of foil. And when you go to brayer them, they stick to your brayer. Hey, Claire. And are a big snotty mess, which someone pointed that out the other day, and I don't remember where I was that I saw that. The blue gold's really a lovely color. Kind of mess them up a little bit there. Blend them. Let's not say mess them up. Let's say blend them. You can see on, was it this side? This side has some of that color on it that I tried to do the other day. And it's blending in pretty good. So maybe that was similar. Since that background color is so dark, I'm not going to put that on black because you won't see the shape of the stencil that much because it would be black, right? Hey, Lynn, what black brown of black paper are you using? It is a Nina bond paper. I think it's 24 pounds. It's like copy paper weight. And it's called Eclipse Black. I get it on Amazon. I really like it because it's thin enough that you can collage pretty easily with it. There you go. Wheel of change. I love that stencil. And I want to pick this up before it gets too... Oh. I've got a backlog here of... Oh, no. I let that on the deli. I'm not even going to say it because Gail is not here to keep track of it. If I can't keep track of it, it's just no fun. Moving on. Can I pick that up on something I've already done? Not if I keep pussyfooting around, I can't. You know what? I might just leave that there at this point. That's probably dry. There wasn't much there to start with. And this KP has a line of 5x7 stencils. This one's called Hieroglyphics, and this one's called Catch a Dream. I want to print these two. I think these are really cool. Write me down, Eileen. You can read my mind. Oh, hey, Janet. I think it depends what you want to use it for, Christine. If you want to do a lot of the mink foil, you need to have a laser jet. If you want to do photos and a lot of color and stuff like I do, I have a HP Envy Photo. Hang on, I got to roll over. 7855, which I really have had good luck with. Okay, so these are hieroglyphs. So I'm going to put bronze down here. Right? And I'm going to pull this on black. This is going to give me a bronze frame around it because the plate's 8x10 and the stencil's 5x7. So let's get this bad boy down, turning it over because it's a language. So it'll print, looks like it's going to be backwards, but it'll print the right way. So I'm correcting my faux pas from the Dream stencil earlier. Photos on photo paper are better, like inkjet, adding toner. You want laser. Marking is your middle name, Lena. Yep, I like that one too a lot, Libby. That is a good one of Jones. I do. The printer, so we had to get, we didn't have to, but my company gave us each a budget, 6,000 people, a budget of $500 for those who didn't already have a home office working from home that used to go in the offices. They gave us a $500 budget to get set up at home to be comfortable to work instead of just trying to work on your laptop. So I got a whole setup, and one of those things was an inexpensive laser printer because I just needed a black and white printer. And so, yes, I do have both, but that's why. Oops, see, this bronze dries really fast. And I missed a lot of that print. I missed this whole border down here that dried already. I'm not paying attention, but I love the symbols on there. I'll be using that one again. Oops. Ouch. Oops, some sharp on there got me. All right. And I'm going to do, what time is it? 12:30. I'm going to do Dreamcatcher. I have a headache today. Not sure about where the headache's coming from. You know what? I'm going to use rain again. Off the top of my head. It's a brother. It was only around $100. I just looked it up the other day for something, and $29.30, I think. DW, $29.30 DW, WD. I don't know, somewhere around there. If that doesn't get you where you're going, let me know, and I'll get the right information for you, April. Oh, I don't want to put that on the opaque. I don't want to put that over all the shiny stuff going on here. So, doesn't matter which way this one prints. All right, I'm going to shut my app. Pay attention to what I'm doing. This deli is so transparent that it's easy to see where you missed, giving it a good zhuzh to get a nice crisp print. You can rub in the direction of the design too to help get down in those little cricks and cracks. Oh, look at the little bits of gold or bronze in her little face. And feathers and border. Cute. Now that whole thing should print similarly. Let me see if I can get any of that up. Lace in the middle and doilies on the outer edges. Did I miss something else? I know that's not just a random comment. It must have been something else in chat I missed. I didn't see it. Susan, if that was a message to me, let me know, and I'll try to answer your question. Oh, look, there's Jones. Stencil in the background, and then, of course, the KP is in white because it was the reverse. Patty, does your brother printer print in color? Just black and white, Eileen. That one's just black and white. I just needed a cheap one for work stuff. I won't have to print that much stuff, but when I do, then I have it upstairs. My printer I use for all this stuff and for personal stuff is down here in the basement with me. Actually, you know what? I tore off a couple pieces of this very roughly, as you can see. This is the glassine paper that I blamed that purchase on Shauna. I didn't have time to neatly cut it. I ripped a couple pieces off like mad. Is it even big enough? Close enough. Let's throw something on there and see what happens. Let's do oh, mercy. Let's see. Here's another badass one. We've seen this one before. This is Nani, N-A-N-I. I'm going to turn the fan on. and take a drink. Maybe I'm dehydrated. Ah. Okay, let's do something shiny. I haven't done this violet, halo violet gold yet. Let's do that. Let's do a little bit of that, and let's mix some more of this. Just pearl violet in with it, which is really completely different purple. Oh, they're both. Oh, that's not. Oh, yeah, it is. That doesn't look metallic. Oh, hang on. I think we got a mica issue here. Yeah, all the ones that I'm showing today are sold on iStencils.com. That's a little better. Just pop a little bit of that here and there. I'm not sure that's going to be a great combo, but that's how we learn. The stencil's pretty, so that'll hide my bad choice of colors if this is a turd. Oh. That doesn't count for the list, Eileen. Just saying. Oh, look, and I printed purple in this one before. Okay, this is the B paper. It's very shiny. It's glassine paper. So I don't know that there's a right or wrong side. But we shall see. Ooh. Now, I don't know. I have to play with this and see how this collages and what I will actually use this for. What do you use it for, Shauna? Are you still here? Hello, it's Shauna. Paging Shauna. I really like this Dylan bottle. I had one years ago when they first came out, but they were just a metal bottle with no insulation. And the water, I like it cold. The water would get warm. And this isn't just a water bottle. Oh no. You can see the little filter in the bottom there. It has magical stuff in it that takes the acid out and makes this alkaline water. Hey, Heather, I'm waiting for Shauna if she's still here to say how she uses that. And or anybody that uses glassine paper, I guess, right? I've had glassine envelopes and stuff like that. Protect your pastel paintings while shipping. Well, that's not good. Well, I mean, I guess it's good for that, but not for... I don't do pastel paintings and I don't ship anything. Well, that's not true, but... let's do this one more Jones. This is her Dream Catchers. And I really like this one. Really, really, really do. And it deserves some bronze. Let's do something crazy. Little turquoise phthalo and a little emerald flash. Let's just mix it up. So I got Shauna, why did you talk me into ordering this? This was a must-have, as I recall. The glassine roll of paper, Christine, you're talking about? What size are your golden bottles? These are 4 ounces. I have some of the 1 ounce, and I have a couple 8 ounces of the ones I used to use all the time. I want to see what that looks like. Whoa, that looks a little crazy, but we're going to bust it up with the stencil. So we'll see what happens there. And I'm going to pull it on black because it's a whole lot of shiny going on there. Hey, Malia. Oh, you're welcome, Ellie. When I first started out, I bought the little 1 ounce bottles to try them. And then as I found colors that I really liked and started using them more, I don't always use them on the jelly plate because they're not cheap paints, but there's a certain colors that I do because I can't duplicate the results of those colors otherwise that I found. I think this background's going to be a little cray-cray, but we'll see. Oh, it is. But see how those black dream catchers coming through the stencil broke that up and makes it look really cool, actually. It looks kind of like raku. And Mama loves some raku. That's cool. I really like that stencil. And there it is again. So you know what I'm going to do to wrap up? I said I was going to put it on my old plate, but I'm going to clean up with it on here because I think that would be kind of cool. I'm going to use a unicorn spit. And this is a gel stain used on wood and blah, 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 whatever else. But it's water-based. And I thought these colors would be kind of cool in the jelly plate. So I'm going to pull that on Deli because that's an opaque color. And it does bead up like Tori said that it does. So you got to brayer it like a crazy person. And I've got a piece of paper in my hand here so I can go right down and catch it before it beads up again too much. This looks like raku here too. I like the hit that I saw Timmy do yesterday. Instead of using wax paper to seal here, gel medium, he uses stick and seal, and it works good. Ah! All right, that didn't clean up near as much as I hoped that it did, but that's what I got. Still a cool background to start with. But as you can see, it leaves like a foggy layer on here, which I'm going to clean off immediately because this is a brand new plate. So next time, don't let me talk myself into just being lazy and using my new plate. We'll just stick to the old one. I never clean my plate like this unless something like this goes on. I leave the crusty bits on it for the pull for the next time I play, generally. And my plate stays on this plexiglass mount here. crusty bits all over. How do we use that? Where the hell did I put it? That conditioning stuff. Here it is for the gel plate. Maybe I should put some of that on it to wrap up here. Well, first we got to bust it open. Oh, I already opened it. That would explain that. How do you use it? Let's see. Probably just put it on and wipe it off. The directions: white plate conditioner over your gel plate. Wash the plate with dish soap, rinse, and pat dry. Well, we'll do that later. We're not going to do that right now. But I'm going to put this aside before I go. I just remembered what I said I was going to do. So let's go back with this one. This is just a background here, right? Just a little shiny bits here and there. Let's add some more stuff with these little bams. Little bam bams. I had a palette, paper palette here. And I put it some, here it is. Found it. Don't anybody panic. Oh my gosh. After 4 days of doing this, I have such a mess down here. I got paints everywhere. Papers everywhere. Various tools I pulled out everywhere. Let's do bronze because you can't go wrong with bronze. You just can't. And I have my little makeup sponge from yesterday. That actually did harden, so I'm going to cut more of that off. But I got a fresh sponge. Look at that. Miracle. Let me pull you guys in a little bit. See how this looks like raku too? Raku too. All right, let's do, well, let's just grab different ones. I'm not going to worry about design so much. I'm going to get this really dry. Oh, now you can't see me. You'll just have to believe me. I'm putting a little bit of paint on here and then tapping it off so it's just barely wet. And I like this one with this little faded dot design. And it doesn't matter where we go. Let's just pounce down the middle of this one kind of randomly. You don't have to do the whole thing, just to get a little dot here and there. That was maybe too dry. All right, and just little tiny bits like punchinella, right, to add. You can't hate that. That's lovely. Just lovely. These came out of that tribal set. Look at these little different tribal designs here. Let's do some of those. I'll do a few and then I'll hold it up. Here's the mermaid one. Do a little mermaid tail in there for Z. And let's do one of the Eden ones. Remember, this was the triple threat that had these two and then the 8x8 square all attached as one of the triple threat ones. Concentrate. I'll just do a little bit of it. I'm running out of bronze paint. I don't want to glob more out there because you guys get what I'm doing. Right? You get me. You're reading me. Right? And you can also do the same with this little stencil of Jones. I think they're easier to manage for how I would use them if I cut them up. I just didn't cut this one up yet. So now I do have to put more bronze paint down, but that's okay. A couple drops, little squid, that's all we need. So this is a nice way to go back on a finished journal page, canvas, piece, card, whatever, and just add a little something else, something that, a symbol that speaks to you. And I'm going to try this one again. I really screwed this one up yesterday. And I like this one. See, it only took me 4 days of getting used to doing this till I got the knack. Nice, Eileen. I just saw your smart ass comment, but that's okay. It's the truth. I can live with it. All right, so there you go. I just love those little dots. I just think that's really cool. Like the tribal marks. Here's little mermaid scales. Here's one of Joan's little abstract little blobbies there. All right. So just add a little something. All right. So I'll go back through what we did today for people who weren't here earlier so they can see the madness of the morning. Oh, Lord. Well, you just saw this one. All right, there you go. Here's the dream catchers. That's Joan Smithy's dream catchers. I love that. This is the one on the glassine paper. I'm guessing Shauna's not here. I'll have to ask her why she made me buy this. That's KP's Catch a Dream in white 5x7, and the background picked up with Joan's Wheel of Change in that brass colored circle. Here's the dream catcher again. And this I flubbed up, but this is the hieroglyphics of KP's. I was talking too much and it dried. Here's Joan's Wheel of Change. Look how those colors came out. You can't hate it. This was one of the iStencils. KP's paper lanterns. I love that. This is one of Joan's on a cleanup print. That's the one I just pounced through, which was this stencil. All right. Here's that fan design. Whoop. Dropsy. Here's a cleanup that had one of the animal prints and one of the computerish looking prints on it. This one. And that's the one that pulled up with all the different bits, rusty bits that were down there. So this is a mishmash of what these two left behind on the plate, actually. That's what I'm trying to say. These are surfboards that I used the wrong color on. That blue is too pow in your face. I probably won't ever use that. I love this linear one. And it's over top of one of my round stencils. But I really like, it's kind of a graceful, peaceful undulance. How's that for a big word? Write that one down, Eileen. Another one. Kind of a tribal looking swirl. This one we decided to call bricks, although it's just a number in the iStencils group. This is my 8-inch round design, this is just a stencil here. This is what it picked up on the plate extra. That's just the stencil design. It's called Teardrop. It's one of my 8-inch rounds. I really like that one. Here's where, my dumbass was daydreaming and did the dream stencil backwards. But picture it this way. Oh, look, you can't. This is one of the Alex Hansen slinky designs, I call it. Here's another one of the iStencils, kind of a tribal. Look at that color in that. That was pretty. That was the Turquoise Fallow by Goldens and the Jacquard Luminaire Halo Blue Gold mixed together. It almost shifts. Like, see the shift there where you can see the turquoise more and then the green, and then you shift it the other way. That's lovely. And now, what's that? Oh no, that's from yesterday. Oh, and here's a picture. I'll show you this. I wanted to show you that Techno Spheres stencil. Didn't get to it today, but I showed it every other day. So if you want to see it in action, you can easily go back and see that. Here it is. I'll show you the stencil. It is by Badass, and it's called Techno Spheres. And what I did was I pounced paint with a sponge through the big hole in black, and then I came over it with this one and lined it up and pounced bronze through it. So that's what I did for all these circles. And they really do, from here, look like they're floating off of that print. I don't know if you get the same thing. Eileen, look. That's why you're my favorite. Look at those stamps. Eileen sent me those script stamps that she had in her stash from eons ago. That may be my favorite of the week. So there you go. I appreciate you guys hanging in with me 4 days. Oh my goodness, as Oakley would say. I appreciate the support. I know Joan does too, as well as KP and Badass and iStencils in general. I wanted to do this to help try to keep the iStencils crew employed longer during these times when things have slowed down so much. And I hope those who are able were able to take advantage of the coupon. But if you're not able, please don't do it and feel like you have to do it. None of us want you to buy and spend money on stuff that you don't need or don't want to. Here's I'll close with that. And next time I come back, we're going to play with the Mink foil applicator and all the little bits and stuff I've accumulated over the last couple of weeks. Thanks to Tim Holtz, Heidi Swap, and Jackie. I blame them. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks to the UKers. I know it's it's about your dinner time, I guess, right? Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.